Good morning. Welcome back to Bible and Blues. And this morning, I've had a busier deacon-filled couple of weeks for me. And between our regular monthly deacon meeting and then last night, I was representing the deacons at the elders meeting. And I'll tell you, between the two of them, I prefer to be a deacon. But nothing against elders. Elders are fulfilling an important part of church life and church leadership and helping the church and the community at large. But it occurred to me that there's a lot of people out there that have not a clue what a deacon in a church is and what that position looks like. And as a general rule, because my church does it one way, another church does it another. What I wanted to get out is kind of a basic idea and then kind of go into in-depth just a little bit with what we do as deacons with the different things that we do. In short, what a deacon does is we serve. All those things that people say the church should do, helping the poor, giving things out, helping, reaching out to others, and helping widows and orphans and all that. That's weird. That's what we do. That's our job. That's what we do. It's an unpaid position. We volunteer. We sign up in my church. We sign up for 3 years. You are allowed to sign up for a second term, and that's it. Okay, you have to take a break. You're required to. Some people really get into it. I know people that have, there's ways around it. There's needs of the church. You can extend it. I've heard of it a few times. I'm actually on my second year at this point. But anyway, I digress. So we have to be kind of careful here because I'm driving and I don't want to get caught, looking at the camera or reading a piece of paper while driving, because this is going on YouTube with potentially thousands and thousands and thousands of people even watching it for it to go viral. So, with as shaky as it is, I kind of doubt it will. So, as an example of what deacons do, a big part of the deaconship in my church is benevolence, which is one of the big things that people think churches should do, and we do a lot of that. We give away tens of thousands of dollars annually to people in need. Who are these people in need? These are people who sometimes through their own fault, we still help them, of course, but generally speaking, through circumstantial issues, they find themselves in a cash bind, and a dangerous cash bind. Potentially, sometimes, heck, oftentimes, they have the potential to end up homeless if they don't get some help. They are on the verge of eviction. They have received the warning letter saying pay or we're going to proceed. And they could need rent prices, their full month rent of $1,200, $1,500. They just don't have it. I can't name names, of course. This is all done with a certain level of anonymity. We don't advertise who we do it for out of respect for their privacy. But as an example, we help somebody that the single mother with 2 kids and recently divorced, having a very difficult time of it, and she needed $800 for her rent, or she was going to be evicted. That was something we could do for them. Now, this is something that there's a process involved. People have to come in, you have paperwork to fill out, meetings have to happen, but this is something we do. Other things that we do as deacons, some of the jobs that we have, I kind of wanted to real quick list those out without getting into a car accident. There's no traffic ahead of me or behind me at the moment. Communion, of course. community dinners. We do a dinner at our church every Friday night. It's free to come. It's a free dinner, and there's a lot of the travelers out there who they're homeless, or they're just very poor. They do a circuit of these free dinners, and they know where this is. Our church puts it on, hosts it every Friday night. Every once a month, it is members of our church that actually do the cooking. Other churches get involved in that. That's another example. Another thing that is helping hands is something we're going to get going again finally. What that is just what it sounds like. You need some help. Tree is down, and you are not physically capable of taking care of it. You have a mess of accumulated rubbish in your place, and you need to get it taken care of, and you don't have a truck, you don't have a way to do it. Helping Hands will help you with that. The deacons will coordinate a group of volunteers to come out and help you. That's another thing. Blood drives, we coordinate that. I don't want to look at this too much, but I ain't ready. We have liaison programs for where we support both financially and through our volunteer work as deacons a few different places. So some are church plantings, which obviously if there's a new church, we want to support that. But other things are Safe Homes is a group that is for single parents who are on the verge of becoming homeless or already are homeless. Okay, so if you are on the verge of becoming homeless, you go here. You're a single parent, and they will help you. Sometimes they'll send you to us for some initial financial. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they have a few apartments there that they'll in duplexes where they'll set you up in there. That's one thing. And I've touted that one quite a bit on my channel. It's called Vine Maple Place, and it's a local to me. This runs off of donations only. There is no federal money that goes into this at all. It's a wonderful group, and they estimate that in the local area there's over 900 homeless people at any given point in time, and over half of them are children under the age of 9. So that's something that speaks to you, and that's something we support and we help with. So another thing that we do as deacons is there's another place where people who are coming out of prisons to help them reintegrate with their families and to get the support that they need to become good family members, good parents again after spending years in the prison system and not having any control over their lives. Kind of slowly bring them back together and teach them how to live. Some of them never learned how to live as good citizens, and that's how they ended up where they are. So that's another thing that we support, and we have a liaison there that works closely with them, and then several of us will volunteer with that group. So one of the things I'm taking on as deacon is transportation, and it kind of falls into the helping hands thing too, where people aren't getting to church because they're homebound for whatever reason. Sometimes it's disability, sometimes it's just flat age, but whatever the reason might be, we still want them to make it to church, and so what I'm working on right now is I'm in the start of it really, and I don't know why it wasn't here before. I'm pretty sure it wasn't in the past, and just nobody picked up the job as deacon for a period of time. So one of the things that I want to do is just kind of arrange for somebody from the church is going to show up, pick you up, bring you to church, and get you back. Now this is going to be a once a month commitment. It's not going to be every Sunday. Is what I want to get going, and then I also want to get a wheelchair accessible van of the larger kind, not the small one like I use with my wife, but something larger that can have 4, 5, 6 people in it in a wheelchair, and go to the senior citizen homes that they're nearby and bring those people to church, and give them an opportunity to get to church and worship and be with community outside of their place, because a lot of them are homebound. They can't get out. So those are some of the things that we do as deacons. Helping widows and orphans, it really is a big thing that we do. The elders, they have their shtick. They have their things that, like I said, is a valuable part. I've been to a couple of elders meetings, and it's at this point in time in that was a real bad shake. At this point in time in my my life as a Christian, that's not the place I need to be. Right now, deacon is definitely where I need to be. So I'm not, deacons in general, our job is to serve. Our job is to serve, go out there and serve the general public, and that's what we do. So got a stoplight coming up here. I wonder if I'm going to catch so I can do a little bit of light reading, but I don't think so. The Christmas Caring Ministry. Let's put that one out there, where we collect gifts from the church for the local food bank, for the Vine Maple Place, and for the prison one I told you about. Not sure if I have permission to talk about that one at all, so I haven't given you the name of it. There could be sensitivities involved there, so that's why I'm not doing it. So anyway, I just want to put that out there. That's what deacons in my church do. Do you have any questions about that? Are you a deacon in your church? This is a really short 12-minute video. And I'm just driving along and speaking off the cuff, and I'm trying not to make you too sick with my shaking phone. I do not have what you would call a good phone bracket for this thing for doing this. But what do you do as deacons? Let me know in the comments below. What would you like to see deacons doing in your church that would be good for your community? Because these are important jobs that are done, that we do, and we do it for Jesus. We do this to show Christ's love to the community. We don't do this just for Christians. We do this stuff whether you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, an atheist. As a matter of fact, we have even had people come to the church, sit down with us, tell us their story, and then ask, what do you do here in this building? Well, we're a church, and they don't know, and that's really amazes us. But we're Christians, so of course we understand everything that happens in there. So it's a very difficult. It's a difficult job sometimes. It is a worthwhile job. It is a very rewarding job. We enter into people's lives. We have an opportunity to show them the love of Christ, and help them get on their feet, and plant a seed of this is what Christians are like. Don't believe the media. Don't believe the television version of Christians. I've always had a problem with that. This is what we do. We're here to help you. We're here to show Christ's love to you. And how we do that through our deacons, and through our giving, through our work, and this is a form of outreach. So anyway, God bless. I'll talk to you later. Hoping to post this afternoon. Not going to have time to clean it up. Sorry about the shaking, but it is what it is.